4 spots higher than I had them last week. The big jumper on the list. Looked good. They had Kyle Lowry back. This is pretty much what I had been waiting for the whole time, to see how they looked when they had Lowry and DeRozan back together with the new pieces, Tucker, Ibaka, you know what I mean, everything, and just see how it all paired together. Lowry sparks a comeback last night. 27 points for him. DeRozan didn't have to do a ton, but we all know what he's capable of doing. I think he was the player of the week 2 weeks ago or something like that. And so they're sitting there at 48 and 31. 2 games behind Boston. I don't think they're going to catch Boston. 4-2 on the week, 1 straight victory. Same record actually as the Wizards, who I have at number 8. So I can tell you how I feel about either of those teams. They just have the great scorers, man. They can truly score. Great scores. And then a lot of defensive pressure. Better defensively than the Wizards. Pretty close, pretty similar to the Celtics. Probably actually a little better than the Celtics defensively as well. And then 2 great scorers rather than just the one that Boston has. So I mean that's why I have them above the Celtics right now. Number 4, the San Antonio Spurs. Almost moved them up 1 this week until they looked like shit. And so I have them at the same spot, 60 and 18. Great record for a number 4. They go 4-2 on the week. Losers a 1 straight game. They barely beat the Grizzlies at home. The Grizzlies, who have been playing poorly, take them to overtime, and they barely get that victory. And then last night or 2 nights ago, they take the L against the Lakers at home. And I just couldn't see Houston, Cleveland, or Golden State doing that. So I had to bring them back down to the number 4 seed. Clearly the number 4. Better than Toronto, unquestionably. But actually, I don't know how unquestionable that is. But I have them at number 4, pretty much the same spot. Thinking the same thing I thought the other day. The number 2 seed, they're probably going to play the Grizzlies. So that's going to be sort of an interesting matchup. They're 2-2 on the season, I think. So, and the Grizzlies, if they could have won that game, they would have went 3-1 against the Spurs. You know, so that's it's not necessarily a gimme series for them. Alrighty, the number 3 team, Houston Rockets. Same place I had them last week, even with the Decker injury. Almost moved them down to number 4, kind of as I just hinted at a second ago, but San Antonio just had those losses that didn't look good. They're 53 and 25, so they are 7 games worse than San Antonio, but I just think they're a better team somehow. They went 3-3 last week, winners of 2 straight games. Still dangerous as fuck. They can score. And it looks like they're going to get Ryan Anderson back tonight. There's another good shooter there. Going to be dangerous. They're going to be playing, it looks like almost certainly, they're going to be playing the Oklahoma City Thunder in the first round of the playoffs. Matchup of the 2 most likely MVP candidates, or most probable MVP candidates. And that's going to be extremely good TV. Sort of a must-watch series, I think, in the first round there. And I actually think that Oklahoma City could win. It's not likely, but I think that they could win. All right, number 2, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Didn't know what to do with Cleveland. I almost dropped them a little bit behind some of these Western. At one point, I thought I was going to drop them to the number 4 seed. But they're still number 2, same place they were last week, 51 and 27. Game and a half above the number 6 Boston. 2 games worse than the number 3 Rockets. They go 4-3 last week, winners of 4 straight games. That's why they're still back in their position there. That combined with the fact that they have LeBron James, the most reliable player in the NBA. And they have Kyrie Irving, one of my favorite players. Kyrie's a fucking gangster. I love him. Look like they're going to be the number 1 seed almost certainly. Pretty difficult to say who they're going to play. We got Chicago. We got Indiana back there. We have Miami back there. One of those 3 teams most likely, though. And moving on to the number 1 seed, you guys can probably figure out who it is. The Golden State Warriors. Same place I had them last week. 65 and 14. They are 13 and a half games better than the number 2 Cleveland. They are fucking 11 and a half games better than the number 3 Rockets. And 4.5 games better than the number 4 Spurs. 7-0 on the week, which was obviously an extended week. 13 straight W's. looking really good at the most perfect opportune moment. They're the team to beat. This is the team to beat, obviously. We knew that when they had Durant. They were the team to beat last year, and they were beaten. But, this is the team that if you want the championship, it's probably, even though Cleveland won it, I got to say the championship's going through Oakland this year. Just as I did last year, actually. It's no different than it was last year. They actually did go take it. But it's going back. Unless some drastic shit happens. All right. And at 35 minutes, that brings us to the end of the NBA Weekly. April 7th, 2017. What am I going to do? Probably going to do some laundry, make a little bit of food, get ready for work, go to the bar tonight. We're going to watch some TV, of course, watch some basketball. MLB back in full swing. I'm trying to get an MLB episode going. We almost did a preview show, but I think we're going to do a little bit of a show here in the next week or something like that. For everybody else, we're not going to do any daily wagers either for the next 2 days. No Saturday, Sunday shows on that. Bellator tomorrow, UFC tomorrow. We broke those down. We have Vasily Lomachenko, Jason Sosa tomorrow. Those are all going to be good things to watch. I'm not going to be doing another show until Monday. We've got 2 days off. Everybody else, enjoy the weekend. I'm going to. And until I see you again, or until you hear from me again, actually, I love you.